إني ألقى الإناس في صومي وصلاتي ودعائي للرحمن وجميع الطاعات.
So you've told me a bit about your religion. Let me just tell you a little bit about my religion. I'm not going to go into too much detail. So I'm a Muslim, right? Yeah. So Muslims believe that basically Islam, by the way, the actual word Islam comes from the Arabic root word istislam, right? It means submission. It doesn't mean peace. I'll be honest with you, right? Peace is something which comes afterwards. I don't know where they got it from. It might mean peace, you know, that you acquire through submission. Yeah, from salam. But salam is not where... So Islam comes from istislam, right? Islam means submission. Submission to one God. So our narrative is as follows. We believe that basically the first prophet to ever come on the earth was Adam. And obviously the first messenger to come on the earth was Noah. These people...
we say Adam alayhi salam.
Adam alayhi salam, yeah. So Adam, the first messenger was Noah. These individuals were submissive to God. So in that capacity, they were Muslim. Because the word Muslim means people that submit to God. So our narrative is as follows. So you got Noah, then you got prophets upon prophets. In fact, there are some weak traditions that say that there are 124,000 prophets, a weak tradition, but still it's something to bear into consideration. Lots of prophets came at full time, and these prophets came with the same message. So when it comes to people like Jesus Christ and Moses and Abraham, obviously with the Abrahamic religion, one of the Abrahamic religions, we believe that all of them came with the same message, which was simply to believe in one God and to worship one God. So it's a very simple message. So, having said that, we believe that actually, if you think about Jesus Christ or Moses, they actually had revelation from God, that they actually were true prophets from God, and that revelation was revealed unto them. Having said that, yeah, so if you look at the Quran today, and you look at like a version of the Bible, say for example, you look into the New International Version or the Revised Standard Version, King James Version, whatever you want, you'll find that there are similarities, like in terms of the stories of the prophets and stuff like that. The reason why we would say that is the case is because we say that the source is the same. The source is God, right? So God revealed it to Moses, God revealed it to Jesus, and God revealed it to Abraham, and therefore God also revealed it to Muhammad, right? The main difference is as follows. We believe that whereas God revealed it to Moses and Jesus and Abraham, they had the full truth, but then that was corrupted by people that wrote down what would then be called the Bible or something like that. It was corrupted by the hands of men, basically. But the reason why there's so much similarity between the Bible and the Quran is because we believe that the Bible and the Quran, eventually it does actually come from the same source. So God is the same, the author of both books. Do you see what I'm saying? Now my question to you is, because this is quite interesting, we were talking about similarities between Sikhism and Islam. So we can explain the similarities between Islam and all of the other previous religions by saying that the source is the same, yet there were corruptions that happened and fabrications that happened. That we affirm the prophethood of Jesus and Moses, etc. My question to you is, you don't affirm the prophet of Muhammad, do you? You don't.
No.
He's not prophet.
No. We what we believe, that is what I am trying to say, is that when Sikhism came from Guru Nanak to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they only preached. They were against the rituals which were done by the people in India and all over the world. That is why Guru Nanak Dev Ji traveled from all over the world, preaching people that the rituals are not part of the religion.
Right.
So because
no, but what I was just asking you was one specific question, right? So what I was saying is that, in Islam, there are some similarities between Christianity and Islam. Islam and Judaism. We would say that they were true religions, but that they were corrupted. Sikhism says that Prophet Muhammad wasn't a true prophet. Yet, it's striking that there are so many similarities between the GGS and the Quran. Things like the hukum. You believe in the hukum of God, yeah?
Yes.
Hukum is actually an Arabic word. We say hukum. Hukum, you say, is will. We have a different word for it. But it's the same thing.
No,
we believe in so many similarities. My question is...
Let me tell you.
Let me just ask you the question, and then you can answer it.
No, let me tell you this.
How could it be the case that the Guru has so much of the contents of the Quran, yet he's giving no credit whatsoever to the Prophet of Islam? So it's almost as if it's saying, okay, all of what the Prophet Muhammad said, although he didn't get any revelation, was coincidentally true. That's a very, very hard proposition to make, or very hard. Can you see what I mean?
Not at all. I think you're not trying to understand what, you're not aware about Sikhism. That, as I told you, that all our gurus were against the rituals which were performed by the different religions at that time, maybe Hindus or any other religion which was.
So why is it that you do the same ones then? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Why is it that Sikhs do the same rituals though?
No.
They pray the same way, very similar. You chant your holy book, we recite our book.
No, what I'm saying is
you do wudu, you do ablution before you go to your holy places.
I'm not talking about Islam.
You do the same rituals.
I'm not talking about Islam. I'm talking about the other religions, like Hindu religion and the other religions which were prevailing in India at that time.
There's so much mention of Hinduism in Sikh literature though.
Why people are trying to complicate the thing more is that gurus were never against Islam. Okay.
I'm not saying that they were.
No, one second. Let me finish.
Sorry, go ahead.
At that point of time, India was invaded by the Muslim leaders and the emperors.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why from the 6th Guru till Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they rose up and they fought against oppression.
Okay.
It was Islam.
I'm not saying
fought against oppression.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not saying that. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that you guys are against Islam.
If it was against at that point of time, people who believed in Christianity and were ruling the country and doing something which was against the thing.
I'm not saying that against. Look, my question is not this. My question is as follows. My question is, there's so much similarity. First of all, if you look at the GGS, which is the holy book, you'll find that there's literally hundreds of mentions of Allah, of Ram, of Krishna, of Vishnu, of Krishna.
That is what I'm saying.
So it seems too much like an amalgamation. Like what Sikhism is eventually is a combination of Islam and Hinduism.
No. See, what I'm saying is the religion is absolutely. That is what our guru preached. That that the rituals, like suppose you have to follow the religion, you don't have to go to the mountains to meditate. You can
that's what it says.
And meditate. So our gurus were against the rituals.
I know. Okay, I accept that, but I believe you, right? But I just want to say one thing, right? That so, for example, Muslims believe in heaven and hell, right? And Hindus believe in reincarnation. Sikhism incorporates both into its tradition. So it believes in the idea of June, which means reincarnation. And it says that God is Ajun, which is he's outside of the scope of reincarnation. But it also believes in the idea of taking yourself out of June, which means that you can come out of reincarnation and now become someone who is in a spiritual place called Bad. Bad is like Jannah. So they've taken Jannah, which is a concept of basically heaven, and that's an Islamic concept, and they've taken reincarnation, which is a Hindu concept, and they've combined them together to create a new religion. Now my question is, it can't be coincidentally true that all of what Prophet Muhammad came with, or some of it, or a large proportion of it was true, and all of what the Vedas came with was true, but then at the same time Prophet Muhammad was telling a lie and he wasn't from God. So it doesn't actually add up at all. Do you see what I mean? Well, I think what would make more sense, you could probably tell me if I'm right or wrong here, doesn't it make more sense to say, look, in fact, we should just say, since the GGS already confirms, that Prophet Muhammad came with a lot of truths through its admission, through its saying that, through its, for example, affirmation and reconfirmation of all of the rituals that Muslims do and the attributes of God as you have them as very similar to the attributes of God as Muslims have them. Wouldn't it just be easy to say, look, since that's true, then we should just accept Islam as the authority and the Prophet Muhammad as the final messenger. Since he came with all of those truths, it must be from God then.
That is not this thing. In fact, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, if you traveled to Makkah also.
Yeah, I know that.
He
went to the Ganges, he went to Mecca.
To Makkah and gave a message there also.
Yes.
So wherever he went, he gave a message. He went to Iran. He went to Iran. He gave a message. He gave a message.
Are you Sikh as well?
I'm Muslim.
Oh, sure.
The thing is that here, there is no comparison between Islam or a Christianity or Sikhism. When the religions become very complicated, and because I believe religion is a very simple thing which you follow.
Do you know what I find really nice? Can I tell you something?
One second. Let me complete.
I'm sorry. I do apologize.
So, when you follow a religion, it has to be very simple.
Yes.
And since Sikhism is a very modern religion because it's not very old. Okay. So whatever was people who were Muslims or who were Christians or who were Hindus who thought that yes, religion has to be simple. We have to boycott all the rituals which are there in the religion, came forward and followed Sikhism. And our 10th Guru gave an identity to the people.
Right.
Like you have to
Which
have
is similar
case,
to what we do, by
Yeah, the case, this thing, so that, there are two things.
But can I ask you a question?
You know,
But
there
for
are
us, it's not mandatory that we need to wear
Hat,
skull
yeah.
cap. But for them,
Yeah,
it's
mandatory.
mandatory because
Well, where
with
did they get the
identity.
idea of a
No, the
hat coming on the
identity.
head of a
No,
human being?
I know a lot of Muslims.
where did
who-
they get the idea of
Yes,
the beard?
I know a lot of Muslim
But-
friends
Yeah.
who don't have beards.
That's right, like this
or,
one.
there's no
not
identity.
compulsory.
Yeah.
It's not compulsory, but our religion it is.
According to the majority of scholars, it's actually okay. Do you know? I'm
I
not
have read
gonna.
namaz. I have read namaz.
Okay,
Against
so-
imams in
so-
Turkey
Maybe the
who
length
are
is
very-
a difference of opinion.
So my point is that they gave an identity for
Yeah.
a lot of reason. Now we wear a kara.
Yeah,
Now a lot of people don't know why we wear a kara.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So my point, I was finishing about the kara. Now we wear the kara. Now there are a lot of people don't know why, because it is worn on the right hand.
The right hand, not the left.
Okay, not on the left hand, because generally people do everything with their right hand.
The good stuff they do with the right
Yeah.
hand. That's from Islam, by the way.
This was a thing given by the Guru, so that when you are doing any bad deed
Yes.
and you see the kara, you'll remember the Guru, and
Interesting.
you will say that
I wonder-
at least
all right.
you will give a second thought.
We believe in the
Before-
same thing.
So my point is everything.
The right
was
hand,
very,
you can do good stuff with the right. We believe in the same thing. But you know what I really like about the GGS? Yeah, let me tell you what I like. And we'll end with this because I need to go home because we've got Taraweeh today, which is like the prayer.
Yeah, I know Tarabi.
You know that.
Yes, I
Ramadan
know.
starts
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes, yes.
I know
What I was
Taraweeh,
going to
I
say,
know.
you know, the Guru said something which is true. Let me tell you what this thing. He said lots of things which are true actually, but this one thing I found really particularly interesting and true. He said that if a Muslim does good deeds, he actually built a mosque for the Muslim. Is
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
He said if a Muslim
And
does,
in
Guru Nanak,
yeah.
Nanak himself,
No, he didn't build mosque.
Yes, absolutely.
in Punjab, in Pakistan.
Yes, and the thing is that you are from here, UK.
Yeah, sorry.
When recently there was a lot of problems in UK, and all the masjids, when the prayer was happening, the Sikh gentlemen, were guarding the mosque.
Yes.
This only shows that like
No, I agree, that's very nice.
we
No, I wanted to
respect
make a
all
point.
religion.
I do accept.
No, our gurus respect all religion,
yes.
but they are against. We are
Rituals.
against the rituals
Okay,
which are.
I wanted to make a point, which was that the Guru came with the truth, which is, he said that if the Muslim does good deeds,
Yes.
and he's a good Muslim,
And
follows
prays-
the Quran,
yeah,
pray
prays
the way
5
that
times.
pray 5 times the way a Muslim should, then he'll go to Jannah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I think then in that case we should all do that, and I think this has been a very fantastic,
you so much.
interesting discussion.
And very positive.
And
Thank you.
I'm very positive.
Unlike- yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because we
Can you
get
show
a-
them your knife? Okay, it's very interesting. Can you? This is going to be good for that. Come on, show them the thing you got. Look at this, man. I wish I could carry this. Oh my God, bro. Look, you got to be careful, brother. Hoppa. Hops. That's gonna be. Can we take a picture like that?
The
Actually,
5Ks.
I'm joking. It's cool.
إني ألقى الإيناس في صومي وصلاتي ودعائي للرحمن وجميع الطاعات